Hi everyone, it's Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but we've been doing daily tarot. So that's what we're doing today. I already said a prayer, I already set my intentions, and we will get right into it. I'm setting a boundary with myself today because I keep picking too many cards. So I'm only cutting these decks and I'll shuffle this deck. So Spirit, what do the people that are watching this today need to hear about today? Okay. Wow. Wait, look who's on the bottom. I literally called in my mind, I asked for Source Yeshua and Archangel Michael because I felt like we could use that. Okay guys, so wow, we have a very beautiful spread today. First of all, let me say thank you to everybody who was like so supportive of me yesterday. I was just in so much pain, and I think it's hard when, you know, you're a psychic and you know about everything, that all the evil stuff going on in the world, and you can feel it deep within your heart and soul, and you have to like wait for everybody else to catch up. Like the same thing happened when everything locked down. Like, I knew what was going on. I stood against the tyranny and I was attacked for it. And so it was like I had to wait for everybody else to catch up and get a clue. And I think some days it just feels more painful than others, that it's like you're waiting for humanity to recognize the evil so we can fix it. Because how do you fix a problem if you don't even acknowledge that it's there? And I just wanted to say thank you for all of you who were supporting me yesterday, all of you who cried with me. So many people cried with me. Everybody who's also concerned about human trafficking and the safety of women and children, like commenting it. It was just like so nice to feel like I'm not alone, and like we're gonna get there eventually. It's just something we're suffering with as a whole right now. And when humanity's ready to admit it and fully abolish it, it'll be done. But yeah. Whew, okay, anyway, so today we have the Fool, the Lovers, the Six of Wands, the Mother, I am Master Creation, Lights Out, and Michael, Prince Charming of Protection. And I actually, when I said my prayers and set my intentions, I specifically asked for Archangel Michael to give us some messages. Excuse me. So I see a lot of different messages here. So I see like an overall collective message, and I feel as though Spirit's just reminding me and all of us that we as a spiritual community, and as the way showers, and as the people bringing in the new earth, shifting this 3D reality into 5D reality, and truly coming into more union with ourselves and more union with source consciousness, Spirit's just like being like, you're doing amazing. You are showing people the truth here. You're working on yourselves. You're balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine energy within the self, within the family, within friendship dynamics, work dynamics, relationship dynamics. This is major. I feel like I just heard this is a fight that you've been fighting since the beginning of time. The idea that there's always going to be opportunistic, parasitic, interdimensional creatures from higher dimensions that are trying to, you know, rule over us and steal from us and feed off of our energy, because we are in a lower dimension and can't necessarily see or recognize what's going on in front of our faces. And so Spirit's just saying, like, this is a battle that's been going on since the beginning of time. And to bring it back to Yeshua and Lent, there's actual, I guess, reports of spaceships in the Bible and like UFOs in the Bible. And when the Israelites were walking like and escaping from their slavery. Reportedly there was like this big UFO over them that was like smiting down everything, like the idea, you know, of like getting smited down by like a lightning bolt by God. They say that it was literally like a UFO with a this is going to activate some of your DNA majorly. They say it was like a UFO with like lasers that was like smiting the people trying to stop the slaves from freeing themselves. And so I feel like, I just got chills. I feel like Spirit's saying like this is a tale as old as time. And then I just heard of Beauty and the Beast. And then also there is connection here to Twin Flame. For those of you, that was one of the first things that crossed my mind, especially with the Beauty and the Beast coming in my mind now. It feels like, you know, two halves make a whole. And also it feels like your twin or you could feel like, you know, you're Beauty and they're the Beast. But I honestly feel like it's like they feel like that about themselves. They feel like, you know, they can't measure up, or they're like, why does she even like me? Or why would she even be like me? Or if there was like an argument between the two of you, it could be like they're seeing you as like the beast. They're seeing you as something to conquer. And I got the best advice the other day. It was like, when you're arguing with someone, don't make it about you versus them and attack them. When you're arguing with someone, it's you guys versus the problem. And that like changed my entire mindset around argumentative conversations. I really like Royalty Soaps. I'll link her channel. She is nothing like me. She's like a really sweet soap maker with like kids, and like doesn't even like Nightmare Before Christmas because she thinks it's scary. She's just super sweet. I like her a lot. I think she's really funny, very wholesome. And she was talking about like marriage, and you know, that was her advice. She's been married for I think like 7 years now. Excuse me. So yeah. And then here with the Fool, it's like there's this new beginning that's coming. Spirit's saying like, please, especially with the whole stuff around like, you know, the earth and today, like really balancing out the divine masculine and divine feminine energy within the self and coming back into an equilibrium after we shed a lot of energy and pain and sorrow yesterday. Spirit's saying like, please, like this is a tale as old as time. You will have a new beginning. Don't feel like a fool for believing in a better life for yourself and your family and your children and your future children and your children's children. Like, you gotta stop feeling like it's fruitless or like we're never gonna get there. Hi, Coin. Coin brought her toy. Coin brought her toy. Go ahead. Go get it. Go get your toy. Go, go. Go, go. And we have the Mother card here. So maybe play with your animals today. Play with your children today. I mean, I'm sure you will anyway, but it's a great day to give a little extra time and energy to your babies, whatever kind of babies that you have. But anyway, Spirit's saying like, it's not a fruitless course. You can't feel like a fool. You have to have faith. And just know that you have guides that are like supporting you along the way here with like this little puppy that's like looking down on him. It's like you're not doing it alone. And it's about finding the good and the bad, right? Because it's like he's hanging off a cliff, yet he's still taking time to smell the roses. And he's not worried about it. Like, I'm sorry, my throat chakra is messed up. My whole head is just like messed up from all the crying I did yesterday. But I'm going to get cranial sacral therapy shortly. But so it's like, this is a very precarious situation. There's a lot he could be stressed and worried about. He lost his bag. He's hanging by one hand. His little doggy's up there, but he's still taking the time to have faith and smell the flowers. And I feel like that's Spirit saying like, I know it looks bad, but this is a problem we've been dealing with since the beginning of time, and not even just in the collective energy. It could be in your family line. It could be, you know, a habit you've been trying to break since you were a child. You know, these things, when they're deep-rooted within us, they're deep-rooted within us. There's no other way to describe it, and it's the only thing that can really heal that kind of stuff is time. And so the Spirit's saying, don't feel like a fool. You will get your new beginning into the dream life that you're trying to create. And today is about not like falling into temptation around like negativity and pain and sorrow and anger. And also remember, we've been talking a lot about spiritual attack, and It's about not falling into temptation of spiritual attack. And I actually see today you're getting like guarded so strong by an angel. And it does remind me of Archangel Michael because he has the sword here. And then we do have Archangel Michael here. So I feel like your relationships with yourself and with others are being protected by Archangel Michael today, watching over you. Also, we do have the apple tree here and the burning bush. Remember yesterday I channeled the song Am I Standing Still by Jewel? She literally says there's a burning bush to my right. Like, that's such a twin flame song. I was listening to it yesterday and I blew my mind what a twin flame song it is. But either way, Spirit's saying you're gonna get victory. So like, it might look fucking bleak right now. You might be hanging on by a couple fingers over a cliff. But if you can make the most of this right now, you're about to be rewarded so greatly and get victory over something you've been trying for. So even going off the example of like letting go of like drinking or drugs or things like that, it's like, it might look really hard right now, and Spirit's saying you're about to get like right over the hump and have the victory and the life that you've been wanting. Or if you're doing your best not to reach out to that like ex-boyfriend or whatever, it's like Spirit's like, you gotta just get over the hump. You're gonna have victory, okay? And then I feel like they're saying that collectively about humanity, about everything I was crying about yesterday, where it's like, yes, we're in a very bad spot right now, but we'll get through it. Also, for those of you who keep up with the Great Awakening, and the blackout that could happen, like if you've seen Fall Cabal or if you keep up with the like Great Awakening web, they talk about a possible solar flare and blackout. And so honestly, that's what I thought when I saw this lights out thing. I mean, it's still a chance that it could happen. Like, it's a timeline, but it's not like the pervasive timeline. And I think they say that they have to cut the entire internet and black out the entire internet to completely abolish CP, if you know what that stands for, you know what it stands for, and to abolish like the trafficking and everything. So I feel like Spirit's saying like, we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. And just be kind to yourself. And then also with the lights out card, this is my cotton-headed ninny muggins card. This is when you feel fried, like when you like eat an edible and then smoke too much, and then you literally like, you're just like an empty-headed, like you have no idea, like you're just there, like floating through time and space, and there are no thoughts in your head. That's this card. And so today, Spirit's saying, instead of like yesterday, you thought way too much, you were way too stressed, there was so much pain, sorrow, whatever. Spirit's like, not today, buddy. Today, we're making you a cotton-headed ninny muggins. So if you feel like that today, if you feel like you can't even think straight, that's because it's better than whatever racing thoughts you'd be having. And then here with the mother, I am master creation. I feel like Spirit's saying like, trust, and open up that heart chakra. And then we do have the two cranes here that are like mirroring each other, which also goes with the twin flame energy, or the divine masculine and feminine within the self and within humanity and society and the globe as a whole. I feel like Source is saying, ooh, I just got washed over with like, trust. I feel like Source is saying like, this is my creation. It's perfect. It's not your job to fix all of life's problems. All you can do is show up the best you can in your own personal life with the people that you know and love, and do your best to show up for them. And then also with the mother energy, there's definitely some healing around nurturing and mothering energy, which goes perfectly with our International Women's Day. So maybe give your mom a call today, or maybe go have lunch with your mom or something. Tell your mom you love her, and do something kind to mother yourself. Take a nice bath, make yourself a nice meal, play a game with your child or your animal. Like I was saying, play with the innocent creatures in your life. Watch a movie that makes you feel really comforted. Do something to mother yourself today. And then with Michael, Prince Charming of Protection, I actually want to read the book for this, but it's just like amazing because I called upon him right before I pulled cards. And the thing about Archangel Michael is, for whatever reason, I set way harder boundaries with him as an entity than I have with other entities that definitely were of a lower vibration. And I think the thing about Michael that always really disturbed me was that he was a dragon slayer, and I love dragons, and you can even see in this card like there's a dragon in the background that he's getting ready to slay. And so because of that, I was actually like, I didn't trust him, and because I have so much dragon energy. And it took a long time for me. Like, he had to keep showing up and like doing all this amazing stuff for me to finally trust him. And whereas other entities, it was like I should have set harder boundaries and I didn't. And so when I had my bad trip, Archangel Michael, I only had one candle burning during my bad trip. By the way, yesterday felt like a bad trip. It felt like I couldn't stop feeling all the bad in the world, and like I couldn't stop crying about it, which is how I felt on my bad trip, but way more intense. But anyway, the only candle I had burning was Archangel Michael, and then my sister noticed it before she took me to the hospital and blew it out. So it's like, even in all the chaos, he was like, don't forget to blow out your candle. And it was like, after that, I just saw him differently, and I trusted him more because he helped me through a crisis. And then I kind of realized I had put up these hard boundaries that weren't even really necessary because I didn't even give him a chance to explain. And that could be relevant with you, with someone in your life, or that could be how somebody treats you, where it's like they're not even giving you a chance. They're just not, or you're not giving somebody a chance. Okay. Michael, Prince Charming of Protection, the Archangel of Protection has got your back. In the fairy tales, there is often a dashing Prince Charming who will love and protect the princess. Haven't we at some point imagined someone rescuing us who is good with a sword and a real dragon slayer? Oh yeah, baby. Well, meet your own personal Prince Charming. Archangel Michael is your angel of protection. His sword is sharp and sure. He will cut cords to people and situations that no longer fit in your life. Michael can protect you from negativity, and he will reassure you in your darkest hour as you travel your spiritual path. You will have many challenges and changes. This angel cuts through the crap and clears the way for enlightened living. If dark energies are dragging you down, Michael's your dragon slayer. Call on him in times of tribulation. Archangel Michael is our personal Prince Charming of protection. And I do want to pull some little giblets. Aww. Look at the quack quack and his love message. Okay, so here with the cup of coffee. Am I being called out for drinking too much coffee? I really am not even drinking that much coffee. Okay, so, all right. So I think Spirit's saying that anything that you've been relying on to create pleasure in your brain, so it's like I wake up and I'm like, ooh, yay, coffee. Anything in your life that you've been using to create dopamine in your brain, that might not be good for your health, i.e. social media. I'm taking a social media fast again. It would be good to examine that. It would be good to examine, okay, what do I use to give myself pleasure and comfort in times when I don't know what to do with my hands, or I'm feeling upset, so I go smoke a bowl or whatever. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but there is something wrong with never acknowledging the underlying issue. And so I feel like Spirit's saying, like, whatever it is that you're using in your life as a crutch to make yourself feel better and have an instant, like, change in your mind. Like, that was one of the biggest things I had to learn in group therapy, was that so many of us who suffer from mental health issues, we want, like, instant change. When we're feeling bad, we want to smoke a bowl and feel better. When we're feeling bad, we want to have a drink and feel better. When we're feeling grumpy in the morning, we want to fucking drink our caffeine and be in a better mood, you know? And it's not about instant gratification through something outside of yourself. Even psychedelics, if overused, can be, you know, unhelpful at a certain point. It's about whatever you're using as a crutch to immediately shift your mood. It's about finding different coping skills to slowly shift your mood. So like coloring or journaling, and these things do shift your energy. It's just not like an instant quick fix. And the thing about instant quick fixes is they don't even work all the time, right? So it's like you could be so upset, smoke a bowl and still be upset. You could be really upset, distract yourself with coloring for an hour, and then you forgot why you were even upset, you know? And then here with the ducky and the little love message, I feel like there's a little someone who just wants to tell you how much they love you today. And so this could be a spirit baby. It could be like your future spirit baby. It could be, like if you're an auntie or an uncle, it could be like your little nephew. It could be, your children that you have now. Pay attention to the little ones in your life because they have messages for you, okay? And Spirit's actually going to speaking through the children in your life, or speaking through the animals and stuff in your life, to show you how much you are loved. And you have a little buddy today who has a lot they want to tell. I'm getting like the most warm and fuzzy feeling in my heart. But you have a little buddy today. Just like Corin came up to play with her toy, you have a little buddy who's coming to tell you how much they love you. And this could be astrally or this can be in the physical realm. So that's what I have for you guys today. Like if you liked it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it. And I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, God's source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth. We thank you for the advice. Amora, Ashe, Namaste, by the power of three, Samotic, be always works, always a blessing. All right, I love you guys. It's my chin. Hi. Okay, bye. Have a good day. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Bye.